What is going on, guys? Panther here, and we are bringing you our BBL Finals match of Season 2 against Gypsy King and his Sydney Sharpedos. So Gypsy is entering this match undefeated. Big surprise there. We played him, I believe, week 6, week 7, something like that. Ended up losing. I think it was a 3-0, 4-0, something like that. We brought a interesting team that match. We had a sub Combine Mewtwo that we were built around that potentially could have won the game, but you know, Gypsy was just too much for us in that match, and we ended up falling there. So during that week, I really put out a lot of my best ideas. So for this battle, we actually ended up going to our boy Jacob as always, and he ended up putting in some solid team building work here in this one. And what you see before us is his creation. So we have a defensive Kyurem Black with ICMZ. We have a Rocky Helmet Torn T, also very defensive as well to help check that Buzzwole. We have a red card Alterno with Trick Room and Healing Wish, as well as Encore. That's our primary Magearna answer. We have a very bulky Mewtwo that is modest with Life Orb, but with a lot of defensive investment with Fire Blast, Side Strike, and Stone Edge. It is unnerved this time. I was pressured last time to set up on the Ferrothorn. I wanted to pressure stall him out, and I guess that is why Gypsy opted not to bring it here in this one. I could also try to pressure stall the Ho-Oh's Sacred Fires, so we ended up opting for the Unnerve here in this one, for the Fire Blast, for the for potential Charted Berry Ho-Oh. So the Mewtwo is here. It also has a Recover in the last slot, just to recover up some damage, because it's very bulky. It can take a lot of hits as well. Focus Sash Crocodile, and then a Yachi Berry Roserade. So a couple things I'm worried about going into this match. One of those being primarily that Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is just a monster for my team. My water type is Empoleon, so I don't switch into Ho-Oh. It's rough. I don't have a rock type. I don't have a fire type. Yeah, no fire type. So Ho-Oh just really wrecks me. So it's bad. I kind of expected Banded Ho-Oh here in prep, but Gypsy ended up bringing a much better set. So we'll see if I'm able to play around that. Another one I'm very afraid of here is the Mega Latios. I think if I lose this game, I'm going to lose to Latios, or I'm going to lose to Ho-Oh. I think I respond to Magearna okay. I'm very prepared for Magearna. I think I can take it. I don't think I'll lose to Lando. I don't think I'll lose to Buzzwole this time. I lost to Buzzwole the first time, but I didn't preserve my Torn very well. I don't think I'll lose to Feeny. I really struggle with Ho-Oh. I really struggle with Mega Lati because my Steel type is Empoleon. It's too passive against him. And my Fairy is Ribombee. My team's very offensive, and I don't like these bulky offensive bombs that really just sponge these hits off and deal a lot of damage back to me. So, like I said, I'm mostly worried about those. Hopefully I'm able to get rocks up and keep them up to help with the Ho-Oh, and hopefully I'm able to get a Toxic off on the Latios to wear it down. I'm going to always taunt it with Torn just to make sure it does not have Refresh on it. But I don't expect it to. I definitely expect Calm Mind, Recover, and Dual Stab there in those slots. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into this match here. I really think that he's probably going to end up leading off with the Landorus. So I'm going to lead off with Kyurem Black and just go from there with it. So here comes the Lando, and here is our Kyurem Black. So we do get that play right there. We see his Intimidate go off before our Terravolt, so that tells us that he is quicker. So automatically I'm thinking Choice Scarf because I do have some speed investment. So I think it's pretty safe. I've seen him run Sash Lando before just to get his Stealth Rocks up. If he is that, I want to go ahead and take advantage of that. I want to go and fire off an Ice Beam, and I don't really lose a lot by going for Ice Beam here. So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire off the Ice Beam as he U-turns out. Pretty much confirming that he's Scarf. Scarf Lando usually runs U-turn. You don't usually see that on other sets. So I'm betting he's Scarf Defog, like I've seen him run quite a few times this season with Ho-Oh. So he knows I'm not going to fire off another Ice move. He makes a very good double out, getting in the Lottie on my Roserade. and he's already started this game with some fire because he's gotten that Latios on a aggressive double there, so he's gonna just be able to Mega Evolve. And I was doing a couple different calcs. I almost went out into my Mewtwo there just to recover that off with Misty Terrain up, but I decided just to go out into Torn here, because after he drops the Draco, I can then pivot if he chooses to do that. If he Calm Minds up, I can throw the Toxic off on it as well. So he drops the Draco there. I can pivot around with this thing, so I'm not too concerned. I do not have U-Turn. I really wish I had U-Turn here, but I just couldn't fit it. I do have Toxic, Defog, Taunt, and Hurricane. So just going to go ahead and make a switch out, go into my Crook. And he's -2, and we're in Misty Terrain, so this is going to really bounce off. That still does a pretty hefty chunk, 40 HP for a -2 Misty Terrain Draco Meteor. So he's going to withdraw here, of course, fearing my knockoff. I'm going to go ahead and fire a knockoff here. I do believe, yeah, fire the knockoff, and we see the Choice Scarf. I'm like, oh man, double Scarf. So I was like, well, maybe his Landorus is not Scarf. Maybe he was just really aggressive in his speed creep of the Kyurem, because I did not. I forget what I creeped. We built this team a really long time ago. I forget what's going on with it. So it's gonna fire off the Ice Beam. I ended up getting frozen there. I was Yachi. We took that very well though. So it gives me, basically this whole series of plays gives me second thoughts on Landorus being Choice Scarf. I'm thinking he's just faster than my Kyurem Black at that point. So we thought there, first turn, fire off the Leech Seed on the incoming Ho-Oh. So not too big of a deal there, because that's only going. I mean, it would be nice just to get some residual damage off of this thing, but it's most likely Regenerator anyways. So it's just going to be able to heal all of that right back up. He's going to go for a big Sacred Fire. I'm praying for no burn here, and he does burn us there with the Sacred Fire, unfortunately. So that kind of neuters our Stone Edge as well. He's never staying in against Crook. He's not going to risk that. I'm just going to go ahead and throw up my rocks here. Now, on the next series of plays, I'm thinking I could either stay in and just try to damage this thing. It's doing like 20% with EQ, or I could damage here on the first turn, because I'm definitely faster than this thing, and I could just on the following turn just keep spamming Stealth Rocks. But I figured it would just be more advantageous to go out into Mewtwo, because I can really start threatening things then. So he's going to defog. There goes my Stealth Rocks. But I do still have Crook there, so I would be able to get them up later in the match potentially as well. So I'm going to fire off a Psy Strike here, and yeah, it's almost positively out of range, because I know it's going to be a bulky Scarf set. So he's able to fire off the Moonblast and get off some decent damage on us. We're able to pick off the Tapu Fini here though, and pick up the first kill here in the match. So we're up. We're up 6-5. Woohoo! At this point, and yeah, we're down to half. But he's got a lot of chip on a lot of my team. He's chipped Torn. He's chipped Crook. He's chipped Rose. He's chipped the Mewtwo big time. He's got a little chip on the Kyurem as well. So in comes the Landorus. I do not actually have Ice Beam, so like I was telling you, immediately when I saw the first series of plays during the game, I'm thinking Scarf. But you know, after you'll see later in the match where it kind of comes into play there. So we know Fini was at least one of the Scarfers, so I'm thinking double Scarf here at that point. So anyways, in comes the Lottie again. I'm gonna go out into our Crocodile, as I believe he Calm Minds up here. I think he Calm Minds here on this turn. Yep, he Calm Minds. So now we don't have the Misty Terrain even, so this thing is very scary. It's +1, and we're not in Misty Terrain, and I'm really just sacking off Crook here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just knock off as he goes for the Draco, and that's going to kill Crocodile. So down goes Crook, so that eliminates us getting up rocks here in this match. So that makes Ho-Oh an even bigger threat here to us. So down it goes. So Laddie is in. It is only -1 now, but Torn should still be able to eat hits up. from this thing. I'm going to fire off a Toxic, as I do believe he Calm Minds up here and just gets back up to a decent amount of health. Let's see. Yep, he Calm Minds up, so decent amount of health. He gets up to neutral special attack. So now he is he's +2 Spadef, +0 Spatak. I'm going to fire off a Taunt, like I said, just in case, on the off chance he is refreshed, because Toxic is really my only way of dealing with this thing here at this point, as he just drops a Draco here, and that is going to do a ton to my Torn. It's going to leave it on 5. So some big damage there on that, and I'm definitely going to withdraw my Torn here. I think I go into Roselia or Roserade. Roselia. I have Roselia in another league. So yeah, in comes Roserade. He withdraws as well and goes into Ho-Oh. So I don't know if he predicted that here on this turn, or if he just did not want to let Lottie take unnecessary toxic damage. I'm just gonna go for a Sludge Bomb. I don't have a switch in at this point. I was praying for the poison, to be honest. As he's gonna blow us away with the Sacred Fire and kill my Roserade. But Roserade really didn't do much here at this point in the match. He still has Magearna here for that thing too, so yeah. So now I'm able to go out into my my Kyurem, and if he stays in here, I'm going to be able to kill the Kyurem with my Free Shock. And he's going to go out into a big Buzzwole, and we're about to see if how well this thing takes a Free Shock Z move. So I'm going to fire this off. I believe I brought the same Z move earlier in the season when we battled, but it you know, Kyurem Black with Sub-Zero Slammer from Free Shock is just broken. It does a lot. It does a lot even to Magearna. So I'm gonna fire that off. You know, Buzzwole's really Fizz Def, but he doesn't have a lot of investment for it to take it like that. So but he's still able to eat it up nonetheless. He's gonna go for the superpower here, and we're able to definitely get a little bit of chip off there with the Rocky Helmet. Now I'm thinking at this point still that he's got Lando Scarf and Finny Scarf. This reveals to be Scarf here too as well. So I'm like, all right. So if that's triple Scarf, that is wow. That's wild here in the finals. I never would have seen that coming. So down goes Buzzwole, double down here for Buzzwole and Torn. And now I'm going to go out into Mewtwo on his Landorus. So here's an important little piece here. So there's my Unnerve. So I'm not crazy. We just played this match last night. There's my Unnerve. There's his Intimidate. I'm thinking, okay, I am faster. I am faster. My ability popped first. So yeah, I was like, all right. So immediately early in the match, I thought Scarf U-turn, boom. And then I saw that and I was like, oh wait, my ability went first. So I don't know. I don't know the mechanic. I don't know if, because the Terravolt went last, so I really don't know. I'm at a loss here on that one. Maybe Unnerve pops before Intimidate. I'll have to look that up or something like that. But he's able to go out into Ho-Oh there and eat it up, obviously, and eat up that Psy Strike at least. And as we go out into Kyurem now, it's looking pretty bleak for us here at this point in the game. Because now we've lost Mewtwo as well, and Mewtwo, you know, really put in the work here. So, yep. Down goes, I'm just going to go fire off the Ice Beam. I forget what was in. I was removing some people off the layout here. But, yeah, he brings in Magearna finally, and I can reveal my Magearna answer and go out into Autono. If he wants to Calm Mind up, I'm okay encoring him into that. I'll hopefully just be able to kill him or paralyze him with Fusion Bolts here at this point. So that's what I really got to pray for. I definitely would not have stayed in with Mewtwo if Unnerve would not have shown first there. I probably would have went to Kyurem. He would have been able just to U-turn and pivot out. But I still would have had Mewtwo at least to maybe potentially give me a chance in this. But I really couldn't have done too much to Lottie. But I did have Audina with Healing Wish too. So we don't know. I would have played that a lot differently there. So Is what it is, though. There is what it is. We learn. So he's locked into Calm Mind. I'm just gonna start firing off fusion bolts. So yep, able to pick up some good damage on this, and I've got him encored into that, and I completely forgot you can still pop your Z through that. So yep, down goes my Kyurem here to the Twinkle Tackle, and now it is a Alterno with Encore, Healing Wish, Trick Room, and Knockoff versus the World. So we all know where this is going here, guys. So good game here to Gypsy. He is your Season 2 of the BBL champion. Big surprise there to anybody with this team. His team is just so stacked. It complements each other so well. Ho-Oh, Lottie, Feeny, Lando, Magirna. Then like Buzzwole, Ferrothorn. He's got a lot of like lower tier picks as well, but his squad is just so good. So yeah, we're just gonna show off. We're trying to show off some of the tech here at this point. We're throwing up our Trick Room. I think we go for the Healing Wish here on the next turn. I'll just try to throw it just to try to show it off. And still Magirna's last kill, or still Ho-Oh's last kill. I think he's trying to end the season with a kill with one of these guys, but Healing Wish fails, unfortunately. So we're not going to be able to take ourselves out here. We've got to just sit here and spam Knockoff the rest of the way. But yeah, I don't think Ho-Oh's going to be able to get it, because I think we red card him out. Yeah, there's the red card, so goodbye, Ho-Oh. But yeah, so yeah, this was a really fun match nonetheless. Triple scarf there in the final games. Gypsy's the king. I mean, what can you say? What can you say? It ended up working just a plan. He had Curse Ho-Oh as well. I'm definitely sure you're gonna watch this side of the battle video. He had a Curse Ho-Oh. That was gonna be a great win con for him. I really had nothing for it. My best attacks to hit it was two Stone Edgers with Crook and Mewtwo. It ate the hits up after +1. So that thing's a monster, really. It really is just a complete monster. It's if you support it right, which Gypsy has done with a lot of removal, it can just really put in a lot of work match over match. So congratulations to Gypsy on picking up another championship here in Gen 7, adding more stuff to his resume here at this point. It was a really fun one. It's always a fun one against Gypsy. It really makes you think. Yeah, so it's amazing. Can't wait to see his side of the battle video either, because be really hyped to see his perspective of it. I know he does a lot of post comms, but just what he was thinking, his thought process during the match as well. We talked for a little bit about it last night before I went to bed, but it was getting kind of late, so I dipped out of there. But yeah, again, congratulations. Thank you again to Aaron 2420 for having me here in the BBL this season. Looking forward to coming back and trying some new mons out in the Uber format. Had a lot of fun. It was definitely a change of pace to regular draft league. Definitely enjoyed this league a little bit more than I actually did APA this past season. Just with those multiple drafts, I just really was not a fan of it, to be completely honest. It was I don't know. It just didn't give you enough time to really get used to any of the mons. So. But I enjoyed the Uber's format quite a bit. It let some of the Mon shine, and I'm really excited to be back. That'll be this summer. So we unfortunately go down here again in the finals to Gypsy. He's taken this one and APA Season 4 from us. Really wish I could have taken at least one of those, but you know, next time we face in finals, third time's the charm. We're gonna get him in a finals match. It won't happen in DPL though, spoilers, because we blew our budget on them. But yeah, so yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support on the BBL here this season. Be sure to check out Gypsy's channel in the description down below. There's a lot of great content up on his channel. He posts multiple leagues, and of course, he's got the DPL coming to his channel soon. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, we'll see you.